Alright, guys. A couple changes today. For the first time ever, we're recording. This is Kyle. I'm Rocco. And we also changed the name of the podcast. We're no longer under further review. We're now, what's the catch?
We needed some originality, so...
Yeah, you might think, why are you doing that? Well, we were looking up podcasts. We saw a lot of people have the name under further review.
We get like pushed down to the bottom of the list when you look us up, so we want to be like the first thing that pops up.
And that's what we wanted. So we changed the name. Sorry about that. It's only been 4 episodes, so I hope you're okay with it. I mean, what a great weekend of football it actually was. Both were great games. I mean, you start off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. What'd you think of that game?
Coming in, I thought we both last week's episode we both picked the Buccaneers to come and win this game, but I thought the Packers would put up a little bit better of a fight. I mean, it seemed like the Bucs had control of the whole game. That decision to kick the field goal at the end really came back to hurt him, and I mean, people are questioning what Matt LaFleur did right there.
Yeah, I mean, I saw on Twitter people were rioting. I mean, in the first half, it really just looked like the Bucs game. I don't know what that defensive call before halftime was with Kevin King. That was terrible coverage, but you can't blame him for it because the call, you got to go prevent that. You know Tom Brady's going for a touchdown, and
yeah, I thought if they had timeouts, that defense would have been acceptable, but they had no timeouts. They had to go for the end zone. They weren't playing for a field goal. So
maybe they do get a field goal.
Yeah, but they didn't have any other ways to stop the clock. So playing that kind of defense, staying aggressive, really came out to bite him.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady looked like he was 30 years old. We've been saying that all year, but wow, the first half he looked electric, and the running game looked electric too with playoff Lenny. I mean, Leonard Fournette with that spin move, that was beautiful. It looked like he was on the Jags again and LSU.
They were rolling in the first half, and they kind of stopped a little bit in the second half. The Packers D figured them out. The Packers were able to make it a game down the stretch, but Aaron Rodgers, he had to play perfect to win this game. The Buccaneers defense figured him out. The offensive line, they were really missing Bakhtiari protecting Rodgers. Yes. You could tell that. He was under pressure the whole game, so the loss of a key offensive lineman really hurts him in a playoff game.
And honestly, the Bucs defense played great. I mean, the amount of pressure they put on Rodgers really showed how they controlled the game. I mean, even when Brady threw the 3 picks, 2 were Mike Evans' fault, you could tell that the defense was not worried at all. And the fact that Tom Brady has this defense is scary because he's the greatest quarterback of all time and he has a great defense. I mean, he usually does, but wow. And the Chiefs now have no left tackle or right tackle, so they should definitely be nervous.
The Bucs D can do the same thing next week. I mean, in 2 weeks in the Super Bowl. Brady goes back. It's 10th Super Bowl appearance in 20 years. I think they saw a crazy stat out there that Tom Brady is more likely to make a Super Bowl than Steph Curry is to make a 3-pointer.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was 47% to 43%. I mean,
it's just amazing, the stats. And I also saw another chart that was him after age 38. He has more playoff wins, more conference championships than any other quarterback on the list. So I mean, this guy, his career is just phenomenal. Nothing more you could say about it.
Yeah, even look at his first year in the NFC. He won the championship. How long have Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees been in the NFC? And they both only won 1. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, what has it been, the last 4?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he had to play perfect. He played perfect all season. But down the stretch, I mean, the Buccaneers D really saved the game, in my opinion. Brady looked sharp, though. He threw a couple interceptions. But
a couple ducks. I mean,
I think they're matched up well with the Chiefs.
Yeah, can you say Rodgers played bad, though? I'm looking at his stats, 33 for 48, 346 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I mean, he didn't play outstanding, but you can't put the loss on him. The defense didn't really show up, and the coaching was a little questionable all game, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the Packers couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. That's really what came back to bite them. They were giving up 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 11s, for wide range variety. They just couldn't get off the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I mean, the Bucs' best defensive players and play is the run defense, and the Chiefs don't really need to run the ball. So that's where I'm a little worried about the Bucs and the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Buccaneers linebackers in coverage could be
questionable,
a little in trouble because got Travis Kelce running wild over the middle of the field.
You got Tyreek Hill. I mean, This game was battle of the GOATs, though. But now Aaron Rodgers is uncertain where he wants to go. What do you think of that?
I think he's staying with the Packers. He was just talking about his teammates more. He was probably a little frustrated, but there's no way he goes anywhere.
You have to be frustrated, though. I mean, you have a great team. You were the 1 seed. You're losing to Tom Brady and the banged up Bucks. If you look at it,
it just seems like every year the Packers don't have just enough to get over the hill. But they're fantastic in the regular season. They just can't figure it out in the playoffs.
Yeah, same thing with Drew Brees. I mean, people were like really coming for LaFleur, and they were really like saying like, if he does something like this again, he's looking like because I guess he was like ranked number 27th offensive mind. If he does something like that again, he should get fired. Yeah. I mean, fans were very mad.
The decision to kick the field goal was very questionable.
People like try to say like the game was ruined because of the pass interference. Okay, that was a bad call, but that wasn't the game ruined because the Packers had the chances. They just couldn't get the Bucks offense off the field when they needed it to.
When they kicked the field goal, they went from a 1-score game to a 1-score game.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they were comfortable with their defense all year, but
I mean, I just personally think that Aaron Rodgers should have tried to get a couple of yards, because if he did really think it was a 4-down territory, which everyone thought it was, he should have got at least 5 yards if he couldn't have ran in the end zone. But he decided to throw it, and I guess LaFleur didn't like what he saw.
That's a decision he's going to have to live with. I mean, enough to say about this game.
The game I've been waiting to talk about. The matchup of the week. The matchup of the youngins. The matchup you were so confident about.
All right, I picked with my heart, not my head.
No,
I always doubt.
No, we know who you picked. You picked the fraud Bills.
All right, I thought Josh Allen was the best quarterback in the league.
You do this to yourself. You do it with Baker.
Myself. I mean, I feel like every single time, like the Chiefs. There were so many signs that were just telling me that the Chiefs were on a Super Bowl hangover, and they just flipped the switch so easily every single time.
Let me just break this down for you. You can never count the Chiefs and Andy Reid down. What were they, down 9? Josh Allen was up 9. He couldn't close it. Yes, it was the first quarter. What did I say last week? 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Well, Patrick Mahomes threw for 325 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not quite, but they had a crazy run game. And Tyreek Hill, 150 yards, or 160, my bad, and 0 touchdowns. The fact that you would choose Josh Allen, who is not a proven QB, over Patrick Mahomes is absurd to me.
I mean, like I said, I picked with my heart and not with my head. That's my fault. That was the first freezing cold take on the show.
Yeah.
So I'll go to the grave with that one. I'm ready for the Bills next year.
No,
I think they're going to be good again.
And I've been waiting for this episode. I was texting them all night last night. Saying,
I guess I got to buy you a jersey now.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, Josh Allen, he didn't play awful.
He's so fast in the beginning.
He didn't play nearly as good as he should have. I mean, their offense looked awful at the beginning.
He takes so many 30-yard sacks.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, and
fumble?
Don't even get me started with at the end of the game, he threw the ball in the face. Like, that's the most sore loser thing. I get you're a competitor. I get competitive too when we're like fooling around playing sports. But wow, he threw the ball in his face, and then his 2 linemen come to defend him, and then the penalty's offset for 45 yards to 15 yards the Chiefs gave. It didn't really make sense. I guess the refs knew the game was over. I mean, wow.
Nothing you could say. The Chiefs flipped the switch like they always do. I guess there was a couple games that were too close. They weren't blowing teams out, so a lot of people were sleeping on it, myself included. It's insane that Patrick Mahomes just does what he can do all the time.
I mean, you gotta think, why is Bieniemy not getting hired? His offensive plays are crazy. I get he's coaching now, but the Texans, in my opinion, have to go for him. If they don't go for him,
but also, if you're him,
why leave?
Why leave? If Andy Reid could retire in a couple of years, that job could be yours, and that's a much more stable job. You get Patrick Mahomes for however many years, and that's all you need is a franchise quarterback to build around. So, I mean, if Andy Reid's saying I'll retire in a couple of years, I wouldn't leave for the Texans job. That's an absolute dumpster fire right now.
Yeah, well, but I don't
just stay for 3 more years maybe, and just still have Patrick Mahomes for 10+ years after that.
I don't think Andy Reid retires until Mahomes retires.
Yeah, why not ride that wave? You
Yeah,
know?
I think personally, I'm a big Mahomes supporter. We could tell. I don't support frauds like someone. I think Mahomes could end up being the GOAT. If he beats Brady and wins 4 more, obviously, that's a tough task to handle. But if he does that, he will be the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see these two square off. You know, it's gonna be like one of those the passing of the torch almost. You know, maybe if Brady wins, or if Mahomes beats him, it'll be like the last time.
Yeah.
Maybe Brady would get to the Super Bowl, but I think he'll probably play another 6 more years.
Yeah.
Maybe however many he can.
I mean, Brady just proves week in, week out not to doubt him. Like, people have been doubting him for the past 5 years.
And it just seemed like every year they would say, "Oh, he's getting older. Oh, he's this." He's
it just
that.
fuels him. People gotta stop saying he's getting older. Like,
I mean, I'm glad that the discussion settled that it was Brady. It wasn't really Belichick. You know.
yeah.
I guess they were saying a lot of people were saying it was a system.
I mean, okay.
But he goes to the NFC and he takes the first NFC championship in a different conference. He's never played.
I
those
still
people.
think that Belichick.
Oh yeah, they're a great team.
Yeah,
They're a great
I think
duo.
Belichick is still like one of the best coaches ever. I mean, but Brady proves he didn't need that. He's got Bruce Arians, and Bruce Arians said he lets Brady coach. I mean, if you're letting the player control the game like that,
You must have faith in him. And the Bucs were fired up. I'm excited to see they come out fired up in the Super Bowl. They got good defense.
well, it's crazy. First home field advantage in the Super Bowl ever. I mean, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it sucks in the sense that we are going through a global pandemic, obviously. So there won't be diehard Buccaneers fans or people that are like huge supporters of the team that'll be there. I think it was doctors and healthcare workers that are vaccinated.
Yeah, I heard a lot of doctors and healthcare workers, and personally, they deserve it.
Yeah, that's a great tribute. I'm just saying you don't get the home field advantage sense in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know, but you should never get the home field advantage in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean it could happen though, and this would have been a good year to actually see it.
I think that Brady needs it this year. The Chiefs are such a great team. I'm really like Chiefs fanboying over here.
I know you love it. I'm ready for the Bills next year.
The
And
Bills.
Giants.
Bills are frauds. Don't even get me started. I could go on for hours. I mean, Stephon Diggs played good, didn't play great. Cole Beasley played with a broken leg. I don't know if you.
He had a broken fibula or something.
Yeah.
He said he broke it in week 17.
I mean, Cole Beasley is that guy.
He's a dog.
He's that guy.
He's
He's
that
that guy. Come on. I mean, but how many more years do they have in Cole Beasley? I mean, the rookies look good with Gabriel Davis. Isaiah McKenzie is a young player. I think.
Well, the Bills are one of those teams that are going to be good every single year, but it's just all about. They're going to be good every year.
I don't know.
All right, so think about it as when Tom Brady was in the AFC.
Yeah.
And he was making it to the Super Bowl every year. There was like that one team that was good every single year consistently, but would have to play him in the AFC Championship. So the Bills could be that team where they could just never get over the hump and beat Mahomes.
But I don't know if the Bills can be that team if they can't run the ball. You can't run the ball.
Obviously, that's a concern they have to address in the offseason, which I think they could. Who wouldn't want to play in Buffalo? You know, if
A
you're
lot
a
of
free agent running back.
Why would you want to play against Mahomes and the Chiefs?
You just be good.
Would you just be good?
The Bills were 13-3. They did the AFC Championship. Obviously, that's a good season.
They won 12 in a row.
That's a good season.
They should have won. No, they should have won 12 in a row. I'm pretty sure they lost on a Hail Mary. That was BS, obviously.
Yeah, that was like the Cardinals were frauds.
Oh my God, they were frauds.
The Cardinals were biggest frauds ever.
The Bills were second biggest.
No shot.
Josh Allen. Okay, I might be a little biased. I hate the Bills.
No, but I'm saying getting to the AFC Championship is not being a fraud, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I know, but
You lose to the greatest quarterback, or generational quarterback. I mean, obviously,
I thought they
some justification.
looked terrible all playoffs though.
Yeah, offensively, I agree. Defensively,
But that's their strong suit. The Bills' defense coming into the season was supposed to be their strong.
Like you said, though, they don't have a running back again, and that's what you need a running game in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they drafted to that, and Zach Moss didn't pan out how they thought he was going to be.
I mean,
Yeah,
we'll see.
what could you do? It's the O-line, and Josh Allen's their best running back.
Yeah, he was running the hell out of the ball. I mean,
You could curse. We're not
We're
PG-13. We're not PG-13. No, but I just think Josh Allen's good, but I think he's a little overrated.
No, you can't say the take after they lose to the Chiefs. I mean, the
No,
Chiefs.
but I think he's a little overrated.
All right, yeah, that's your. I mean, this with the season he had, I don't think he's overrated in my opinion. I mean, that's your.
No, I know,
for
but I'm just saying.
We'll see how that take pans out. I mean, I personally don't think it's true, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think Baker's better.
No.
I think Baker's better. You think? I know you love Baker too.
I think they're both really good quarterbacks, but I think Josh Allen's a little bit better at this moment.
Too bad he's not going to be the best quarterback in the division after Deshaun Watson comes there.
Well, Deshaun Watson's to the Jets.
Jets or Dolphins. He's going to go one of them.
Did you see the report that the Jets aren't even his top? That was just a lie.
Nah, that wasn't a lie.
No, I saw.
Did you really?
Where? Yeah, today. Just it said there was an article Watson. It was like a lie. There's a lot of other things coming up besides Deshaun Watson. Just look up Jets. Deshaun Watson Jets.
I hope not. I want Watson. So top 2 choices, Jets. Prefers the Jets. Everyone's saying he prefers the Jets. Was your source reliable? Every reliable source is saying he wants the Jets.
It was pretty reliable. I thought.
Jets? I mean, and then Allen Robinson wants the Jets too.
I mean, what's the appeal of the Jets?
The cap space. They have a decent enough O-line.
And good head coach hire.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good offensive coach.
Yeah.
Coordinator. I mean, I think they're going to be fired up.
Do you think the Texans trade him? Obviously.
They have to.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be there anymore.
No.
How could you? I mean, maybe if they would just listen to him. When you have
I think the bridge is burned. Obviously.
Oh yeah, it's done.
But
I think the Texans know that. Deshaun Watson knows. I think Deshaun Watson would pull Le'Veon Bell and not play.
I wouldn't want. No, I don't think he's like that. I mean,
he might. If he wants out that bad.
I mean, I wouldn't take the Houston Texans job as a head coach. And that's a terrible. I mean,
it's the worst. It was the worst job. I mean,
it was enticing because of Deshaun Watson. Now that he wants out, nobody said.
The best one was probably Chargers. They got a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
Then it was probably who else? I don't think the Falcons is that appealing.
Jacksonville probably. Just Trevor Lawrence.
Number 1, yeah. Then the Jets, and then probably Detroit is a dumpster fire on its own.
That's another good segue right there. Late last night, you saw Matt Stafford requested a trade.
Yes.
Or the Matt Stafford era is officially over.
I think that's good because I think they were wasting his career.
My take from the last couple episodes was that Matt Stafford, Indianapolis.
I saw that. I saw a lot of that. I mean, if he does go there, Super Bowl team right there, like contenders, obviously.
Yeah, I think Lions fans they're happy for Matt Stafford.
You have to be. He's done so much.
Yeah, and you're kind of just wasting his talent.
He's done so much, but not really.
They never put pieces around him.
Yeah. He's been a great quarterback. He's been a great guy. I mean, I always have a fun time watching Matt Stafford.
He's a playoff quarterback on any other team.
Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers said, there's been a guy doing those no-look passes all his career, wearing number 9 in Detroit. Matt Stafford, he really has been underappreciated. It's just the team's always been terrible.
Yeah. So we'll see. I hope he gets traded for a contender so his last couple primetime years aren't wasted.
Yeah, how many more years do you think he got left?
4 or 5 good years.
Okay.
Just he's got to protect himself, his body, but other than that, I think he should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a crazy week all around.
I thought the 4 best teams played this weekend, so that was nice. That was nice.
Okay, yeah, I could agree. The Bills, Chiefs, Packers, and Bucks.
I think that you can't necessarily say that the Bills are frauds because of just the different level that the Chiefs are on.
Yeah, I mean,
the Bills are a good team. They'll be good.
I knew you were delusional as soon as you picked them. You picked them over the Chiefs.
All right, but we get the Buccaneers take right. We
did get that right.
We hit that on the money.
I knew personally. Like the fans might not know, but I knew personally you were just picking them because you love them.
Pick with my heart, man.
You were posted all over your Instagram. Let's go, Josh Allen. Let's go. You're gonna win this game. I knew that. I knew you knew deep down Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah, obviously there was a little bit of doubt. I wanted things to be true. That probably I doubted the Chiefs again, which just should be rule number 1. Don't do.
I mean, Look at this receiving core, though.
Everybody was open.
Oh, wow. Tyreek Hill caught 172 yards. I was wrong.
Oh, damn.
I mean, and Kelsey even 118. I don't think they're in that much trouble without their tackles. Mahomes is mobile.
He's going to get the ball out quick.
Yeah, and Andy Reid, I heard today that he's confident in his tackle depth, which is something you don't normally hear from a coach. If you come out and you say you're confident in your tackle depth, you're probably not worried. And that defense played great too. Allen should have thrown like 4 picks. They dropped a couple.
All right, I'm done talking about this.
Yeah, I know you are done talking about.
Yes.
I mean, all right, guys, that's pretty much it. Come back next time to hear the preview for the Super Bowl. We'll probably have another couple episodes before that talking about baseball, basketball.
Might have a couple
like
guests on the show, so you guys are tired of our voices.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't get tired of our voices? But other than that, thank you. This is What's the Catch?